Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back with another 2 trades today. Today's date is March the 18th. Didn't do much trading this week as I've been out of town and I was a little bit busy. But now, today on this Wednesday, I am back in front of the charts. I saw a great setup and I decided to take the trade both on the pound yen and the pound Aussie. I usually do 2 trades because I just never know which one will go. I actually really thought that this one here would go, the pound yen, as let's see, put the meter on it, let's run a check on it. The pound, this one here, both of them are kind of in a neutral area, like not 80% or more. The Aussie is, and that's why this one is moved as opposed to the pound yen. So let's take a look at it right here on this pound yen at about 10:40 this morning. As you can see, it just wouldn't do much of anything, so I decided to close out with some kind of a profit, but it really looked good for going down, but it wouldn't go up or down, and it was right around the approaching the London close, so I figured when it's this far away from the goal line, London close, pull back up, and it still can go, but it's taken its time. And since the other one over here did much better, the pound Aussie, decided to close out both trades with a profit. And if I can get between one to 3 days or 3 trades per week with pretty good totals, I can take the rest of the week off. So let's see, let's drop this down to the 5 minutes to see where I got in at. Got in, like I said, right here. Did go a little bit more than 20 pips against me. Actually 30 pips. But I knew it was going to go up eventually. And I closed it out with about 6 pips. 5 or 6 pips here. Let's see that again. Between 5 and 6 pips anyhow. So that was better than losing, that is for sure. And if I would have stayed in, I'd be up 36 pips now. But I have to do this video and I've got some errands to do, so I decided to close out the trade. Now let's run a check on this pound Aussie here. Drag and drop it up, see where I got in. Should have got in a little bit lower, like maybe as soon as this candle turned blue. But I got in at this cursor here. Did go against me about 15 pips. And I closed it out with about 50 pips here. So on the first one, I believe it was 5 or 6 pips, and that produced $369. And the pound Aussie, which produced the 50 pips, gave me $2,785. Now I know it continued to go up, and I should have stayed in. And I actually teach in the training videos exactly what you should be looking for and how to manage the trade. But I was talking to a trader. He's actually in Barbados, and it was kind of hard to talk and manage the trade at the same time. But once I saw it was up 50 pips right around the goal line, I closed out the trade. So between the 2 trades, there's around 55 or 56 pips, and money-wise was $3,155. I love trading, especially this time with COVID-19 running crazy all over the world. Hopefully, you're following the government guidelines and self-isolating yourself, which I'm working from home, so I'm already isolating myself, so I'm not too worried about it, as I only have to go out just for grocery shopping, and most of the time I'm just at home, so nothing wrong with looking at the charts and making some money. And so now, as you probably know by now, that the market is moving at least 3 times more than what it normally moves because of this coronavirus. So if your system is not producing to your liking, I suggest that you get your hands on the Magic Trigger or any one of my trigger systems. They all produce quite well, actually. But my top 3 favorites are the Magic Trigger, the PIP Trigger, and the Golden Trigger. So these are the ones that I'm focusing on, because gone are the days where I have to drill down the lights, 4 hours, 1 hour, and try to figure out the direction of the trend and all that, because I can sit on either the 15 minutes and or the 5 minutes, and I know if I should be buying or selling. And today's examples, especially on this one right here, pound yen, should be selling. But of course, when you are 160 pips away from the goal line, don't be selling at the bottom near the channel, as I teach in the training videos. So today it worked great for the pound Aussie, not so great with the pound yen, but this is called a pullback. And once it hits the goal line and breaks through and keeps going up, then I call that a reversal. So as I said, your system's not producing. You should get your hands on this Magic Trigger. Just look right below this video and you will see this right up. Magic Trigger System. I do charge $250. I've merged the Golden Trigger and the PIP Trigger. I took the best of each one, merged them together. So now you can trade this whether the market is trending, which is the PIP Trigger, and if it's in a range bound, the Golden Trigger will suggest in between the two channels, upper and lower. So every 2 systems in one, and it works fantastic, easy to learn. Should only take a week or 2 to grasp the concept of it. And I suggest paper trade until you are good before you go live. Now my Magic Trigger system has around 3.5 gigabytes of training. You'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. I can help you with that if you need help. But as long as you know how to download, unzip, and copy and paste, I even give a video that shows you step-by-step instructions on how to install the trigger system on your platform. Now you will get 4 MT4 templates along with 10 custom indicators along with my favorite meter. It's the one that I showed you. It's called the currency meter. And hopefully with the health officials all over the world telling people to self-isolate, in other words, spend a lot of time at home. Don't be running around where you can pick up the virus. And so while you're at home, as opposed to just watching Netflix or whatever you do watch on TV, you should spend a little bit of time learning and how to master trading the markets. It's a great opportunity because this pandemic could be lasting for a number of months, 3 to 6 months. So good time to learn a new way to make money. So just a suggestion. Now I do give a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents. One of them is this $1 Million Trade Plan, and a lot of traders are asking me, but basically you just need 1 trade a day, 10 pips, that's all you need. And today I got 56 pips, and 20 trades per month, and within less than a year you can turn a really small account, $1,000, into $1 million. All you got to do is follow the instructions within the plan. So there is a lot of ways to trade, and I do teach a lot of ways. That's why I give 36 training videos and 9 bonus videos. Now my most favorite is exactly the one you're looking at. It's called A Great Way to Trade, and it works like a charm. Now if I was up around 6 or 7 o'clock this morning, I could have got in here or here, and I would have pumped out like 150 pips or whatever. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow morning as an example, just to show you that it can be done on a daily basis, especially at this time when the markets are moving on average 3 times more. It's like every day there's high impact news, and it guides you into the trade, my magic trigger. Very, very clear. Everything from on the top to the bottom, everything is telling you to sell. And that is a great way to trade. And I teach a lot of best trading tips and how to back test the magic trigger, which I spend up to 8 hours every week back testing. It helps you to focus on what the chart should look like just prior to taking the trade. I teach how to scalp the market, how to scan the market. I teach how to trade all 3 sessions along with the London close here. I also teach how to do pullbacks and reversals, as I was talking about it previously. I teach how to trade the channel. Here's the upper and the lower channel, and how to trade the goal line. Now there's always action around the goal line, producing 100 to 200 pips on these 8 workhorses. I teach that in great detail in this how to trade the goal line. I teach how to trade the news. I don't recommend for you to trade the news until you mastered trading in general, because trading the news is very difficult. Now once you master how to trade in general, the news is your next step, which is what I did. And also I teach how to trade with a day job. So you have to watch the videos. Trading, if you have a 9 to 5 job, come home after 5, 6, 7 o'clock, and then you can trade London and let it run. Trade the New York session. This is for traders who actually live in North America. This would not apply to people living in Europe and London, because you would just get up in the morning and trade the London session. So, which is like back here in this area. You'd be trading here or here and working your way down. Example, there's 250 pips there. So it's always the best is London, then New York. All you're waiting for is pullbacks. It's very simple, easy to trade once you master the concept. So if you have any questions about anything at all, the trigger system or the $1 Million Trade Plan, or any other questions, just pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. I actually do answer the phone unless I'm talking to a trader or busy. And if you live too far, just send me an email. Don't forget to put an underscore right here. And also, I do prefer Skype. There's my Skype ID. I made it easy for you. Just got to click on this link right here. And once you click on that link, through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session. It lasts about 45 minutes, could even be more, depending on how many questions you may have for me. Now, over the past year, I've put together roughly 14 of my newest trigger systems, and prior to that, over the past 12 years, I've manufactured or produced 26 trigger systems. Just click on this link and you can see 26 screenshots. So now over the past 3 or 4 months, I did a video for my best 2 trigger systems. That's the golden trigger and the pip trigger. And after I merged it, then I did a review of my magic trigger system. All you got to do is click on these links and watch the video. So I believe that just about wraps up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And most of all, keep yourself safe and away from crowds, so the world can become a better place to live. Okay, so until the next trade, happy trading.